Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. In this video, I challenged Stockfish for a game. Whatever you expect for this game, be sure that it got a bit too intense in the end. I couldn't decide at first what odds I wanted for the game, but then I thought, what if Stockfish played with no queen, as Hikaru did in his Botez Gambit speedrun? And since we are playing by the speedrun's rules, I also should give up a knight. The opponent is Fairy Stockfish 14 level 8, which is in the Lichess language basically the highest level of Stockfish. And to make it a bit harder, it will be a 5-minute blitz game with no increment. I haven't really prepared anything specific for this position. My plan is just to trade as many pieces as I can to stop any counterplay, and then the endgame should be simple. The game starts and both knights are developed. I play d4, black plays e6, not surprising, but it allows me to harass the knight and look for an early trade. Black defends the knight with the bishop on e7, but I don't mind trading with my material advantage, especially since it gives me more control of the center. Black plays d6, choosing to remain flexible and not commit any pawns to keep the position closed. Then, I play bishop to c4, and we both castle. Black then plays e5, so I take the pawn, and black takes back. Opening up the position should be good for me. Then I play queen to d5, and my reasoning is that it just seems like an annoying move that restricts the black position. Black responds with knight to c6, then of course I play bishop to b5, looking for another trade. Black kicks the queen away by playing rook to d8, so I slide the queen back to b3. Then, I get it with bishop to e6, which I forgot about, but I guess I can just slide again to c3. Black then plays rook to d6, which is a logical move intending to trade on Stockfish's terms. So I play rook to d1, black plays rook to c8, we trade the rooks, then I slide the queen to d3, putting pressure on the d6 pawn. But Stockfish, surprisingly, is aware of the danger levels concept and plays a6. I understand I shouldn't take and give him the two bishops, and the best move is probably to drop back to c4, but whatever, I should easily win that endgame. I start with playing b3, hoping to go c4 next, which is a multi-purpose move. It gives white stronger control of the center, as well as closing the diagonal in front of the light-squared bishop. But black is having none of it, and plays b5. After preparing with the rook, I play c4 anyway. Black keeps expanding on the king side, so I play knight to d2. Black then decides to just move the king, understanding that I'm not really threatening to take on b5, because my rook will be lost. What's funny is that when I checked after the game, it said that even if I had lost it, it would have still been +3 for me, despite the passive knight. So anyway, I play queen to b1, protecting the rook, then black plays bishop to g5, threatening to win the knight. But what Stockfish didn't realize, is that I also watched a certain streamer's video on danger levels. And I play the nice move c takes b5, and if black takes the knight he loses the rook. So after we trade the rooks, the position is simplified enough now, with almost no counterplay potential for black. But what I hadn't considered until this point was the clock situation. I'm now down to just a few seconds over a minute, and Stockfish 14 has only used a minute and a half. I first get the knight to a nice central square, then invade with the queen. I win a pawn, then black trades the bishop for the knight, so I take with the e-pawn, aiming to promote it. Black defends the pawn with the bishop on f6, then I play queen to b8. And as a wise man said, push baby, push. Now I'm not a BMer, but I just thought about this comment when I was promoting, and somehow ended up promoting to a bishop. Oh, he doesn't wanna trade, huh? Then maybe I should go win his pawns. Less than 20 seconds is enough time to convert this position, of course. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. Alright, time to speed up. Bishop takes king takes queen d4 check king moves queen takes king moves a4 f5 a5 f4 a6 pawn takes king moves a7. Maybe not listen to the comments this time. Yeah. That was way closer than it needed to be. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments if you think I should do more, and what odds would you like to see next. P.S. Don't promote to a bishop against Stockfish.